Have you ever wondered why Spain, a country smaller than Texas, has had such a profound influence on the world? This land of vibrant cultures, passionate dance and mouth-watering cuisine has left indelible marks on corners of the globe far beyond its borders. From art to architecture, from language to literature, Spain's influence is not just historical, but continues to shape our present. Our journey through the annals of time begins now, as we delve into the rich history of Spain. Spain's tale begins in antiquity, with the arrival of the first humans around 1.2 million years ago. Dawn of time, a period when the world was still young. The Iberian Peninsula, a land of rugged mountains and vast plains, was a beacon for early human settlements. These first inhabitants left their mark, carving their stories into the very stone they inhabited. The remnants of their existence, the rock paintings in the cave of Altamira, offer us a glimpse into their world. Fast forward to around the 3rd century BC, when the Romans set their sights on this attractive piece of real estate. They brought with them their language, laws and architecture, leaving an indelible imprint on the region. The Roman influence is still visible today in the well-preserved ruins of cities like Tarraco and Italica. Even the country's language, Spanish, owes its foundation to the Latin tongue of these ancient conquerors. Next in line were the Visigoths, a Germanic tribe who swept in from the north in the 5th century AD, filling the power vacuum left by the collapsing Roman Empire. Though their reign was relatively short, they left their mark on the cultural and social fabric of Spain. They established the monarchy as a form of governance, a tradition that continues to this day. But it was the Moorish conquest in the 8th century that would truly shape Spain's future. The Moors, hailing from North Africa, brought with them a new religion, Islam, and a vibrant culture that would leave a lasting legacy on the Iberian Peninsula. Their influence can still be seen today in the intricate architecture of cities like Granada and Cordoba. So, from the earliest human settlers through the Romans and Visigoths to the Moors, each wave of inhabitants has left its unique mark on the land. And each layer of history has contributed to the rich tapestry that is Spain. As we delve deeper into the past, we begin to understand the complex and fascinating story of this remarkable country. But it was the Moorish conquest in the 8th century that would truly shape Spain's future. Imagine a world of grand palaces, intricate gardens, and a fusion of cultures. Welcome to Moorish Spain. This era, spanning from the 8th to the 15th century, was marked by a rich tapestry of cultural exchange and the creation of architectural marvels that continue to captivate us today. The Moors, a nomadic people from North Africa, crossed the Strait of Gibraltar in the early 8th century and quickly spread their influence throughout the Iberian Peninsula. Their rule, lasting over 7 centuries, was not merely a period of conquest, but also of coexistence, with Christians and Jews living under Muslim rule. This vibrant mix of cultures is reflected in the breathtaking architecture of the period. The Alhambra, a grand palace and fortress complex located in Granada, is perhaps the most iconic representation of this. Its ornate carvings, tranquil courtyards, and reflective pools are a testament to the Moors' artistic prowess and their love for nature. Similarly, the Great Mosque of Cordoba, with its forest of columns and red and white striped arches, showcases the unique aesthetic of Moorish architecture, blending Roman, Gothic, and Islamic influences. But the Moors didn't just leave their mark on Spain's architecture. They also had a profound impact on the Spanish language, with over 4,000 Arabic words making their way into the vernacular. Words such as azul for blue, azucar for sugar, and guitarra for guitar all have their roots in Arabic, a lasting testament to this period of cultural exchange. Yet, like all empires, Moorish Spain would eventually come to an end. The Reconquista, a centuries-long struggle led by Christian kingdoms in the north, gradually pushed the Moors southwards, culminating in the fall of Granada in 1492. This marked the end of Moorish rule in Spain and the beginning of a new era. The Reconquista, a centuries-long struggle, would eventually end Moorish rule, giving birth to a united Spain. In the 15th century, Spain entered what many consider its golden age. This transformative period was marked by the unification of Spain under the joint Catholic monarchs, Ferdinand of Aragon and Isabella of Castile. Their union in 1469 brought together two of the most powerful kingdoms of the Iberian Peninsula, effectively setting the stage for Spain's emergence as a global power. Under their reign, the year 1492 became a milestone in world history. Ferdinand and Isabella sponsored a daring expedition led by an Italian explorer, Christopher Columbus. Columbus embarked on a journey across the Atlantic Ocean, seeking a new route to Asia, but instead, he stumbled upon the vast and rich continents of the Americas. This accidental discovery would forever change the course of human history. Spain's age of discovery was not just about exploration, it was also a time of cultural, scientific, and economic expansion. The flow of wealth from the newly discovered lands transformed Spain into one of the world's leading economic powers. The Spanish galleons, laden with gold and silver from the New World, poured into the Spanish coffers, funding unprecedented advancements in arts and sciences. The Spanish language and culture spread far and wide, reaching the far corners of the earth, from the Americas to Asia. The Spanish Empire grew, its territories spanning across vast oceans and continents. Cities like Madrid and Seville flourished, becoming hubs of commerce, culture, and intellectual exchange. Yet, as with all empires, Spain's golden age was not to last forever. The seeds of its decline were sown within its very success. The immense wealth led to inflation, economic instability, and social unrest. Moreover, the power dynamics of Europe were shifting. England, France, and the Netherlands were rising as formidable adversaries, challenging Spain's dominance on the global stage. Spain's influence would wane, however, as power shifted in the 17th century. From the War of Spanish Succession to the Spanish Civil War, Spain has seen its share of conflict. The 18th century opened on a battlefield, as European powers clashed over the Spanish throne in a conflict known as the War of Spanish Succession. The war ended in 1714, leaving Spain under the rule of the Bourbon dynasty, a reign that would endure for over 3 centuries. But the transition to Bourbon rule was far from smooth. The 18th century was a time of upheaval and reform, as Spain grappled with the challenges of modernization and internal conflict. The Enlightenment era brought new ideas about government and society, sparking debate and dissent. As the 19th century dawned, Spain found itself embroiled in a tumultuous period of revolution and counter-revolution. The French invasion in 1808 ignited the Spanish War of Independence, a brutal conflict that ended with the restoration of the Bourbon monarchy. Yet the victory was short-lived. The next decades were marked by political instability and social unrest, culminating in the First Spanish Republic's brief existence in 1873. The 20th century began with Spain losing its last major overseas colonies in the Spanish-American War, a blow to national pride that sparked introspection and debate. The early 20th century saw the rise of regionalist movements, labor unrest, and a growing divide between the traditional elites and the working classes. This division exploded into the Spanish Civil War in the 1930s, a brutal and bitter conflict that ended with the victory of General Francisco Franco's nationalist forces. Franco's rule, which lasted until his death in 1975, was marked by repression, censorship, and economic isolation. Despite the turmoil, Spain persevered, transitioning to a democracy in the late 20th century. After Franco's death, Spain underwent a peaceful transition to democracy, culminating in the adoption of a new constitution in 1978. This marked the beginning of a new era in Spanish history, one of political stability and economic growth. The journey was long and fraught with challenges, but throughout it all, Spain remained resilient, navigating the tumultuous waters of history with determination and grace. Today, Spain is a vibrant country, a blend of old and new, tradition and innovation. As we delve into the heart of modern Spain, we're met with a fascinating juxtaposition where centuries-old customs coexist with cutting-edge trends. Spain stands as a significant player on the global stage, a member of the European Union and NATO, and is the world's 12th largest economy. Its influence extends into various sectors, from fashion to sports, and from cuisine to the arts. Spanish culture is a rich tapestry woven from a myriad of influences. It's a culture that reveres tradition, seen in the annual running of the bulls in Pamplona or the flamenco dances of Andalusia. Yet it also embraces the new, evident in the avant-garde architecture of Santiago Calatrava and the innovative gastronomy of chefs like Ferran Adrià. Spain's contributions to the arts are immeasurable. The surreal landscapes of Salvador Dali, the haunting figures of Francisco Goya, and the abstract masterpieces of Pablo Picasso are all testament to Spain's artistic legacy. Spanish cinema too, with directors like Pedro Almodóvar and actors like Penélope Cruz, has left an indelible mark on the global movie scene. The sciences too have been enriched by Spain. Santiago Ramón y Cajal, the father of modern neuroscience, was a Spaniard, and Severo Ochoa won the Nobel Prize in Physiology or Medicine. Contemporary Spanish scientists continue to push the boundaries of knowledge in fields such as renewable energy, biotechnology, and astrophysics. What's more, Spain is taking strides towards sustainability and clean energy, with wind power now one of its main sources of electricity. It's a nation that understands the importance of preserving the planet for future generations. So, as we take a step back and marvel at the vibrant tapestry that is Spain today, we see a country that has not only preserved its rich history and traditions, but also embraced change and innovation. Spain's history is a testament to resilience and the enduring spirit of its people. From ancient beginnings to a turbulent past and a promising future, Spain's rich history is truly captivating. We've journeyed together through the tapestry of time, unearthing the ancient roots of this remarkable nation, where the Iberians, Celts, and Romans left their indelible marks. We've traipsed through the artistic and architectural wonders of Moorish Spain, where the fusion of cultures gave rise to an era of enlightenment and prosperity. We've sailed alongside the audacious explorers of the Age of Discovery, when Spain's influence expanded far beyond its borders, shaping the world as we know it today. We've witnessed the turmoil and transition of the 20th century, a period marked by civil war, dictatorship, and eventually, a peaceful transition to democracy. And finally, we've arrived at modern Spain, a vibrant nation that continues to embrace change while cherishing its rich heritage. Every chapter, every era, every twist and turn of Spain's history has contributed to the unique tapestry that is Spain today. A nation that, despite its many challenges, has always found a way to rise, to adapt, and to thrive. A nation defined not just by its past, but by its resilience and its capacity for reinvention. So the next time you think of Spain, remember the centuries of history that have shaped this remarkable country. If you're intrigued by the fascinating narratives of history, why not delve deeper? Subscribing to Mythic Narratives will open doors to countless historical tales. Come become part of our community. Join us on Mythic Narratives, where history comes alive.